from the station you count on for local news that matters. This is KARK4 Today in high definition.
All right, look at this. This is a gorgeous view from Verizon Arena toward I-30. Trucks are moving slowly over the hill of the Arkansas River Bridge, but the roads, I believe, have been treated. You can see those side roads there. Look at that one car going there toward Washington. Yeah, he's not moving too fast. It is kind of slippery out there, especially on the side streets. A lot of our interstates have been treated. And, of course, there's more traffic that keeps the roads a little bit clearer. But stay off those roadways unless you just have to go to work somewhere today. Most schools that are seeing the snowfall are getting to get closed, of course. Snowfall through central into east Arkansas, breaking up in west Arkansas as we expected. But I don't necessarily think we're done. Even we see this break coming in, probably more coming up here later on this morning. We'll talk about that coming up in your weather on the 4s. Today is January 6th, our first snow day of 2017. I'm sorry.
Excited.
Well, see, I'm getting used to Elsa over here now, and you know, she doesn't freak me out as much.
We're all excited. DJ though, going at this snow day hard.
Yeah, Facebook Live. We're coming to that. Oh, you're talking about what I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Are you sweating?
I think I am sweating.
It's not that cold. But if you step outside, you're ready because it is frigid.
I'm just trying to give people the effect of what you need to wear when you go outside. But yes, I think a bead of sweat just went down my back. But besides that, it'll work. It'll work good when we go outside.
Why don't you take Facebook Live outside and show them what the Capitol looks like?
We have to go show them if that the water we threw froze yet.
Oh yeah.
So we've been waiting on that.
Science experiment. We're on Facebook
You put it on
Live.
the steps, right?
Does water freeze in cold weather? I wonder.
What are you trying to say?
You can find out.
You think it's froze already? It was hot.
Obvious is what she's going with. DJ, it's okay, buddy.
Most school districts closed today. School closings still coming in state offices. City of Little Rock is closed. We will continue to keep you updated on this snow day, the first one of this winter season.
And we do have team coverage this morning covering all things across central Arkansas. We've got White County covered. We've got Faulkner County covered. We've got Pulaski County covered, and that's where we start.
That's right. We begin this morning with Marcy Manley, who has been out in the snow and on the roads. Now you're back on the roads. How do they look right now?
Well, right now we're driving down West Markham. We're about to turn onto Rodney Parham, and I've got to tell you guys, when we were heading back this other way, Rodney Parham, this intersection was actually kind of terrifying for us. The brakes just were not cooperating. They did not want to, and as I don't know if you can feel that, but we're fishtailing right now. But we just don't have a whole lot of traction. The more traffic that we start to see, it's moving slowly, and people are driving safely, but it's starting to pack that snow down, and we're seeing roads getting treated by Little Rock city trucks. We've seen them getting plowed and scraped, but snow just continues to fall, and on these side streets they're trying to keep these thoroughfares clear, but you know, there's just more coming in after they move through. So at this point, I would stay off the roads if I were you. It's tricky out here, so just stay on your couch, have an extra cup of coffee, enjoy your snow day, make some snow angels. Aaron will make a snowman with you if you want, and just stay inside and enjoy it. Guys, back to you.
Marcy, no doubt, if you want me to make a snowman with you or a snow angel, we'll be on the way in no time flat.
Marcy, thank you so much. Be safe out there. Victoria Price has also been on the roads from Cabot, and now she's headed to White County. How are the conditions there in White County this morning, Victoria?
Hey, good morning, guys. There's quite a bit of snow out here. We are in Searcy. We're headed towards the downtown part of the city now on Benton Street for those familiar with the area. And White County is pretty white. I stepped out a minute ago. There's at least an inch accumulated on these roads, and it's still snowing pretty hard. So at this point, there could be even more than an inch building up on the streets. Luckily, it's cold enough. Our car is showing that it's 18 degrees out, so there's no chance of this melting and getting slick. The traction has been good, and driving on the surface street like this is actually not that bad at all, even though it's totally covered in snow. The traction has not been bad. What was really difficult for us was getting up here on 67, 167. It was just really hard to see because the snow was blowing all across the highway, especially when trucks came by and disrupted all that snow off of the road. So snowing still pretty hard up here in White County, at least an inch, if not more, accumulated on the roads here in Searcy. We're going to keep monitoring the conditions, and we'll let you know if anything changes. But for now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Victoria, thank you so much. So far, we've got the big three school district here in Central Arkansas closed. Pulaski County, Little Rock, and North Little Rock. We've also got Cabot, Jacksonville, North Pulaski, Batesville, Bryant, Benton, all closed.
That's right. State offices are closed. City of Little Rock offices closed because those roads are dangerous and the snow continues to fall. We want to get to your forecast now with Pat Walker to see how much longer we could see this snowfall and if any more is headed this way later today.
Okay, there you go. The key word, this snowfall. This one, because yeah, we won't see this one much longer in Little Rock. You kind of see here on the statewide view, here's Little Rock, and off toward the west, some breaks, but that's this one, all right? More to come probably later on today. Let's get a little close look at this one right now. Light snowfall in Little Rock. Gets a little moderate up on I-40 toward Conway. Also more moderate in the northwestern and western parts of Pulaski County and northern Saline County back toward, Hot Springs Village where it finally kind of lets up. But from Conway to Valonia up to Romance and Searcy, a little band of some heavier snowfall there. And down around Redfield to England. Got some heavier snowfall from Pine Bluff to Stuttgart along 63, then along 79, all the way to Mariana, looking at a pretty good band into East Arkansas now, and far East Arkansas getting closer to the Mississippi River, looking at some of the heavier snowfall. But right there in Searcy, look at that. From Judsonia back to Searcy, going back towards Center Hill, looking at a pretty good band of a small, narrow band of some of that snowfall. But West Arkansas seeing some breaks, but still snowfall all the way even back into Mena and southeast Oklahoma. Looks like it's breaking apart, but I think more will be developing. And we are looking at snowfall even in southeast Arkansas, Monticello down to Hamburg, and we've had it move through El Dorado too. Here's a live look into downtown Little Rock. Not a whiteout, but obviously that it is snowing as you look on the Middleton Heat and Air Tower cam. 20 right now, a north wind of 13. It feels like 7 degrees. That's the wind chill. The temperature 20. 24 degrees in Pine Bluff, wind chill of 10. 16 wind chill with a temperature of 23 degrees in Hot Springs. In Searcy, it's 18. The wind chill is 6 there. In Harrison, it's 11 degrees and a wind chill of 3 below. In Harrison, whew, it's cold. It's going to be cold all the way through the weekend. We will warm up a little bit by Sunday up to 38. Morning lows in the teens this weekend. 60s do come back on Tuesday. That's your weather on the 4s. Now let's go over to Natalie, looking at speeds on their highways and those road conditions too.
Yeah, road conditions not looking that good at this time. Here's a look at iDrive Arkansas. Now what we have going on here is showing you what is on the roadways or how covered the roadways are. So snow is really what's going on. Areas in the purple, that is completely covered. So Conway was showing that it was clear, but completely covered on all the highways, interstates going through those areas. Russellville completely covered in snow. Now the Little Rock area, we do have some areas that are mostly clear to partly covered. Again, those are the interstates. You get on the side roads, it's a different story. We do have roads covered with snow at this time. So be extra careful out there. We'll have much more KRK4 today, so stay with us. Talking about that snow day coming up.
You're watching KARK4 Today, Central Arkansas's Emmy Award-winning morning show.
Welcome back at 6:40 on a finally Friday, finally a snowy day. We only had to wait a few days here in 2017. Real quick, take a look at what's happening on the highways and byways. These are the interstate systems in Arkansas, and you can see a lot of this blue is snow covered. We've got a lot of issues, folks, so don't get on the highways. That's why we've put our crews around Central Arkansas.
That's right. Most of the school districts we have received closing alerts from. Chanley Painter is live outside in the beautiful snow in Conway. Good morning to you, Chanley.
Good morning. It is very beautiful snow here in Conway. I'm standing right in front of I-40, right behind me. And as you can see, kind of get a close-up of the snow here. It's really light and fluffy, not really a wet type of snow. It's you kind of have to work it together to form a snowball if you can. Maybe Pat can help explain to us what kind of snow this is and when we can actually build a snowman. I've been trying here on the side of the road to put together a snowman. I'm having a little bit of difficulty. But as you can see, the precipitation has decreased quite a bit here in Conway since our last hit. It's slowed down. It's not snowing quite as much. The traffic, however, has picked up. The morning commute is well on the way for those still having to go to work this morning. But we have about an inch, maybe a little less than an inch here. I tried to draw in KARK4 for us here. There's the 4. See how dusty and light it is? not too bad. Be careful while you're driving, though, because if you go too fast, you're going to start fishtailing as we were earlier. But I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio, and I'm going to keep playing in the snow.
Have fun. Shanley Painter live. Shanley, thanks so much. It is gorgeous out there. I know a lot of kiddos out will be able to play in the snow later this morning. If you have to go to work this morning, stay tuned for those road conditions and a look at that forecast, because we may see even more snow later today. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's 6:44 right now. Cold this morning. DJ was just outside, and it's 20. Says it feels a whole lot colder than 20 out there. Well, yeah, it feels like 7 in Little Rock with the wind chill effect. 7 in Searcy. Wind chill there is 7, but the temperature is 18 in Russellville, wind chill of 10. Now, Chanley was mentioning earlier up there in Conway how the snow, she just can't make a snowball. Well, this is the air is colder, the air is drier, and snow oftentimes in Arkansas, when we get it, usually it's a snowflake coated with some water on the outside. That water makes great snowballs, makes great snowmen. It's a wet snow. This, since the air is colder, it's drier, the snow is fluffier, and it doesn't have that coating of water. It's a dry snow, and it won't stick to itself very well. It just kind of piles up on the ground. So kind of got to melt it a little bit. Maybe then you can make a snowball out of it. But look at this. Not going to see much melting of it all at all today. Mid to upper 20s at best for high temperatures, and even another chance of snow coming up for this afternoon. So let's get the latest here on forward live Doppler radar. Look at this. Some snowfall kind of picking up a little bit more now into southeast Arkansas. It's now primarily the eastern half of the state with that snowfall. We're going to see it starting to kind of taper off for a while here in Little Rock pretty soon, but still got some pretty good light to moderate snowfall from the 430 loop through Camp Robinson, North Little Rock, Sherwood to Jacksonville and Cabot, now picking up with more snowfall. But out in west Arkansas, it's tapering off. We're going to see more development back into Oklahoma. Now, even southeast Oklahoma is tapering off, but I'm seeing more development back off into southwest Oklahoma, which will eventually come our way too. So we'll keep our snowfall forecast pretty much the same, that 1 to 2 swath from Little Rock and points northward. Even though I think almost all of South Arkansas will see some snowfall today. So there's the band here this morning. Moving on out, let's go to this afternoon. We'll finally see the more bands coming back in. There's 10 o'clock coming, redeveloping in Oklahoma, and by noon, it's back into the state. It continues at least in the southern half of the state for this afternoon. Today's high, maybe 27 if we're lucky we can get there. Tonight down to 15. Then tomorrow sunny and 33. Mostly sunny Sunday up to 38. Into the 40s on Monday. Some thunderstorms possible next Tuesday with temperatures in the 60s. All right, now here's Natalie with the road update.
Yeah, out on the roadways, not looking that good out there, as we are talking about roads covered to partly covered. In Little Rock, mostly clear to partly covered. That's in the Little Rock area, and those are the interstates. That's not the side roads that we're talking about. But heading further to the north, we're talking Mayflower, Conway. Those areas covered in snow. Do take those proper precautions. Heber Springs covered in snow at this time. The roadways, again, are covered with the snow out there. Also looking southward, things start to clear out a bit, but near Pine Bluff, still looking at some heavier roads covered with snow and even some ice into parts of areas further to the south near Pine Bluff and Hot Springs.
Natalie, thank you so much. Real quick, want to get to the colleges, the universities that have closed. UAMS here in Little Rock closed. UCA, Conway closed. UALR here in Little Rock closed. So a lot of the colleges are joining the high schools, the elementary schools, closing as well for weather.
As well as state offices. City of Little Rock has closed. Many city offices across the state will be closed. It's a snow day for kiddos out there today. We have team coverage of this because many of you still have to drive into work this morning. We have Shanley Painter, who is live in Conway this morning, Victoria live in White County, and Marcy right here in Pulaski County monitoring those snow conditions and also having some fun in the snow.
Let's start with Marcy Manley. And Marcy, you have driven around all the streets in West Little Rock. First things first, it's a beautiful snow right now, but how are the driving conditions?
The driving conditions are pretty rough in some spots, Aaron. As you can see here, we're at the intersection of Chenal and Bowman, and that is snow covered right there. And intersections have been particularly difficult for drivers, including us this morning. You can see that truck right there trying to kind of climb up that hill to make that turn. That's what we're seeing all over the city. You're trying to drive slowly to be safe, but on inclines and downward angles, your traction is just not there and trying to make turns. It's just difficult right now because snow is covering those roadways. Little Rock City workers are working to keep these roads as safe as possible, but it's a big city and snow, as you can see here, is still falling and the wind is still whipping and blowing. I can attest to that right now. The wind chill pretty serious out here. So just keep in mind, a lot of people are just like these folks are going to have to get out and have to go to work. But if you do have to do that, take it slow. Be aware that turns and inclines are going to be difficult for you. And just keep in mind that you want to be safe the entire time, especially as this snow continues. Live in Little Rock, I'm Marcy Manley. Back to you.
Marcy, thank you so much. Let's go live to Victoria Price now. She is in Searcy in White County. Victoria, you've been driving around. You've seen how bad those conditions are. What does it look like on the ground?
Hey, good morning, guys. It's a lot more pleasant on the ground. White County really is a winter wonderland right now. We're in downtown Searcy. We're at Memorial Spring Park here, and it's really befitting of the whole winter decoration they have with the lights and everything. As far as accumulation, I'm going to use the very unscientific tool of my finger to let you know we've got about maybe like 1.5 inches at least accumulated with the snow still falling up here. So as far as driving, it was a little dicey getting up here on the highway just because cars were blowing the snow around. The visibility wasn't good. You couldn't really tell what lane you were driving in. Once you got off on the highway to more of the surface streets, there was more snow on those surface streets, but the traction's not really all that bad. Once we got off the interstate, we're driving through downtown Searcy. Take it slow, but it's a pretty dry snow, and so not a lot of sliding around, so that works. Unfortunately, with the dry snow, that means it's not very good for playing with. So you can kind of throw it around if you want to come to the park, but it's not necessarily going to be a great location for a snowball fight by any means. But like I said, if you're going to be on the surface streets here in Searcy, White County, they're certainly coated in snow, but the traction seems to be okay, especially if you have four-wheel drive. Aaron and Mal?
Thank you so much. Now let's go to Faulkner County and Conway. We've got Chanley Painter there live. Good morning, Chanley. Oh, no, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with Chanley. Chanley is enjoying herself. You can definitely tell that.
See. Oh, I wish we could hear you, Chanley. You sure look cute out there. And she is all bundled up. If you're headed out or your kids are headed out in the snow, dress like Chanley.
She's so cold. Oh, we got her now, Chanley? All right, give it another shot, Chanley.
Hey, Chanley.
Oh, you got me? Am I here?
You got it. Yes.
All right, it is snow cold here. It is 18 degrees here in Conway. I'm standing in front of I-40 behind me. You can see traffic is moving pretty steadily. There is coverage on the roadways here, about a ½ inch to an inch. And what is particularly dangerous we've been seeing as we stand here are the ruts in the road. If you kind of can look here, you can see that the ruts are causing people to kind of fishtail and slide a little bit as they try to navigate and turn onto and off to the interstate as well as off the main road here. This is Oak Street right behind me. So if you have to get out today, please be cautious and careful as you go. But if you don't, you can join me in playing in the snow. It's light and fluffy. Look at this. It's great. Have fun today, and we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Chanley Painter live. Chanley, thanks so much. Have fun out there. Stay warm. 18 degrees. It is so cold out there. A lot of kids will be out playing in the snow because most of the school districts here in Arkansas are closed. The big three, LRSD, North Little Rock, PCSSD, all closed this morning. Also, a lot of colleges are closed. We talked about it. UCA, Arkansas Tech, Ozark, Arkansas Tech in both Russellville and Ozark are closed as well. Hey, it is 6:52. DJ Williams has been doing some hard work on Facebook Live. Right now, though, we're shifting gears to Hometown Hellos.
Excruciating work on Facebook Live. You know how tough it is to get up from making a snow angel and not leaving a footprint in it? I did that on my own. Natalie didn't help me, though. That's all right. I got a picture. We'll prove it at the end of the show. We'll prove it. But, hey, 6:52. Well, close to 6:52. My favorite time of the day. Your last Hometown Hello. Before you have to, I guess, stay at home and have some hot cocoa here this morning. Good morning to Aaron watching in Little Rock, Gene in Clarksville, and Bob watching in Cabot. Good morning, Bob. We'll be right back.
All right, everybody, it's now 6:55. Here's the latest on our snow forecast for the rest of the day. You're already seeing the tapering off out in West Arkansas. More's to come, trust me. We're seeing the light snowfall now for Little Rock. It's kind of been steady, all light. occasionally moderate, a little more moderate though once you get into northern Lonoke County and the southern White County. Look at us down in southeast Arkansas, huh? Drew County and Ashley, Chico counties getting some real nice snowfall in southeast Arkansas. If you're down there in say, Monticello, if you're in Hamburg watching, take a picture and share it with us on our Facebook page. Love to see it. Now, from Stuttgart up to Clarendon and to Marietta, almost Forest City, a good little band of heavier snowfall there. Around Wynn, up to around Wiener, also looking at some heavier snowfall. But as I mentioned, West Arkansas starting to see it ending. Now, we expect this. It doesn't mean it's over, right? Got a little more snowfall back in southeast Oklahoma. Now, you look at that, you say, yeah, it's ending. It's over. No, wait. Now we got more development back out into western and southwestern Oklahoma, and that's what we're going to be having coming in later on today. Yeah, the sun's going to come up in about 20 minutes. Probably won't see it, but it is a little lighter. Snow is covering downtown Little Rock on the Middleton Heat and Air Tower Cam. It's 20. Our wind chill is 7. Wind chill below 0 up in far northwest Arkansas. And look, the snowfall now ending by noon. We get the next wave moving in for this afternoon, primarily for the southern half of the state. And then the cold weather is just here for the weekend. Now, we will start warming up next week. Monday, still pretty chilly in the 40s, but that'll feel like a heat wave compared to today and tonight. By Tuesday, break out the shorts. We'll be up to 63 with a chance of thunderstorms. That is your forecast. Now, look at your traffic.
Out on the roadways. Looks like roadways almost completely covered, especially in northern Arkansas, partly covered in Little Rock, and then getting down into Pine Bluff, roads starting to become partly covered there as well with snow moving into that area. Same thing with Hot Springs.
Well, that's it. That's all the time we have. Make sure you keep it to ArkansasMatters.com. Follow all of us on social media, and we will keep you as updated as we
Every
possibly
30 minutes,
can.
we'll have an update live. Yep.
Be safe out there. Happy snow day. Have fun in the snow and stay in if you can. Have a great weekend.